All right, good morning and welcome to this Active Flow and Breathwork class. This morning, my name is Brian and I'm honored and delighted to be here on this beautiful Wednesday morning. Today's practice is going to be a focus on three-part. So there are three parts to every movement. There is the base of support, there is the center of gravity, and there is the range of motion. And here in Veteran Circle Project, our first guiding principle is support precedes action. So we're going to focus on finding our supports, the base of support in each posture. We're only going to do a couple postures today. We're going to do a breath work, and then we're going to do a couple postures, and we'll work on base of support. And then from the base of support, once we've established that base of support, we'll find our center of gravity, aligning everything. That's the alignment portion. And then we'll move into our range of motion. So once we are supported and aligned, we can figure out how much room we have to move. And so that lesson is both useful on the mat, and then hopefully we can integrate it into our being and take it off the mat. And so we'll land and we'll set our intention and we'll let a gratitude rise, and then we get started. So I invite you to come into this place, to come into this space. Enter into the present moment by coming into your body. Find your body in whatever posture it is in at the moment, and then within that posture, seek out your supports. So find the base of support, root into whatever part of your body is in contact with something, the floor, the chair, the seat, the cushion, the wall, the mat. Wherever your body is in contact, feel the sensations of that connection. And then finding that place of connection, that sensation of connection, that sensation of contact. From there, open your awareness to the possibility, just the possibility, that connection, that contact is support. What is it like to be supported in this moment? Then, having established support, I invite you to lengthen through the side body, lengthen through the spine, lengthen through the crown. Tuck the chin slightly to feel the release at the back of the neck, and feel the full length of the spine from the base to the crown. Elongating and aligning the spine. Find that action that occurs within your body. Notice the sensations that occur within your body when the spine aligns and elongates. Notice for yourself what happens when you center, find support, lengthen, and align. And then staying aligned, I invite you, bring your awareness to your breath. Find the inhale as it appears underneath the nasal passages, and breathe in and out through the nostrils, following the inhale all the way in, and the exhale all the way out. Emptying completely, maybe finding a little bit of that ocean breath, that ujjayi breath, maybe adding a little tension at the back of the throat, tightening the glottis to just be able to hear the audible sound of the breath in the nostrils. And focusing on the rhythm of the breath. And then I invite you on your next inhale to float your hands to your heart in a way that brings awareness to your heart space. Maybe left hand over the heart, right hand over the left, hands in prayer. Turning your attention into your heart space, I invite you to allow to arise in your heart space gratitude. Anything that feels like, looks like, tastes like, smells like gratitude, maybe just a sense of gratitude, maybe just the possibility of gratitude. Whatever arises for you when gratitude is called forth, see it clearly in your mind's eye. And I invite you to anchor your gratitude right there in your heart space and carry it through your practice today. Allow your gratitude to infuse your practice from the heart today. And then finally, before we start here this morning, I'll invite us to set our intention. So take a moment to bring yourself into awareness of your intention for your practice today. So state your intention to yourself. Hear yourself in your mind's ear as you state your intention in a clear and declarative voice, as if it is already done. And then establishing your intention right there with your gratitude in the heart space, anchoring it there. I invite you to take a full inhale. And as you exhale, if you choose to, allow your chin to drop to your grateful, intentional heart and offer a benediction to seal that intention as I say Namo, Namaste. And lifting the chin, releasing the hands and the knees, maybe switching the interlocular legs, preparing for a little bit of breath. We're going to do a centering and balancing breath known as three-part breath. So we're going to breathe in and try to bring our awareness with the breath. So we're going to try to bring the awareness first to the belly. So I don't know if you can see that. I'll get back a little bit so you can see my hands are on my belly so that I can feel the belly move with the breath, however it moves. Now, clearly we breathe in and out in the same way we've always breathed. This is an awareness exercise. So bringing the hands to the belly, breathing in and out through the nostrils. Begin to breathe as if you could breathe into your belly, as if you are bringing the breath directly into the belly. Maybe feeling the belly expand to meet the breath. Maybe just feeling into what's happening for you, being in your practice. Remember, everything here is an invitation, an offer, a suggestion. You are in the privacy of your own space by design. And your only requirement is to be present and breathe. Everything else is optional. So as we go through the practice, anything that you need to modify or vary, anything you wish to do differently, that's absolutely okay. It is your practice. And you are encouraged and invited to do that. Support yourself by listening to the wisdom of your body and doing what your body needs. Your body will tell you what it needs. If you listen to it and give it what it needs, all will be well. So breathing into the belly. One more time. Exhaling completely, noticing again what happens as the exhale occurs. And then I invite you to bring your hands perhaps to your rib cage. Now, this is a little harder to feel sometimes because the ribs constrict the ability of the lungs to expand and contract a little, and that's by design. So it's a protective mechanism here. This is your armor. So maybe it's a more subtle movement, but maybe you can feel those ribs just opening a little with the inhale and closing a little with the exhale as the lungs expand beneath them. Breathing into the ribs. Exhaling completely on the exhale. Maybe extending the exhale a little bit. Hearing the breath, listening to the breath, following the rhythm of the breath. And then finally, bring your hands up to your chest or sternum here. And this is a little more subtle to feel, a little less action here. The upper lungs, not quite as expansive. Chest plate a little more contract, but maybe you feel this is where most of us breathe most of the time, up here in the top of the lung. And again, just trying to feel into what is happening for you. And then I'll invite you to release your hands and just continue this breath. So breathing deep. And maybe you can begin to feel that sequencing. So breathing into the base of the body. So maybe you can feel like you're breathing to your pelvic bowl. Maybe you feel like you're breathing to the base of your spine. Maybe you feel like you're breathing to your belly, your abdomen. But then noticing that as the abdomen fills, then the ribs fill, then the chest fills. One long, deep breath. So full inhalations. This is called a yogic breath, three-part breath. And this is a beautiful practice to do just on its own. Just sit and become aware of your breath and breathe deeply and fully, extending your exhales perhaps, turning your attention inward to your gratitude and your intention anchored in your heart space, and just being with the breath, being right there with each inhale. And pretty soon you may feel as if the breath is breathing you as instead of you breathing the breath. You begin to realize there is no need to take a breath. Simply need to receive. The breath comes and is freely given. And just allow it, receive it, and then release it. centering into attention on your own experience here. A little breath practice to center us and ground us and bring us to balance. This is a centering and grounding breath practice. Allowing ourselves to be fully here in the moment. Knowing that you're breathing in when you're breathing in. Knowing that you're breathing out when you're breathing out. We're going to do one more minute in silence. One more iteration here. So on your next exhale, you're just releasing the pattern, releasing the awareness, and just allowing yourself to be still. Let's take a cleansing breath, a full inhale. A complete exhale. And let's come around to our mats and begin our movement practice. So we're going to begin on our backs today. Feel ourselves fully supported on our backs. So extend the legs. Let the toes fall open. Press through the heels so that you feel the entirety of the back of the leg on the mat. Then release the toes open. Lengthen through the crown so that you feel the back on the mat. And then bring your arms down by your side, palms up. And just take a moment to check, to feel the entire backside of your body on the mat. So perhaps you want to imagine you could pull down on your side rib so that your lower back is on the mat. So a lot of us have a little arch there and want to feel that lower part of the lumbar spine down on the mat. And notice if there's any hunching or crunching anywhere, and just take a moment to feel the entire backside of your mat supported. This is your base of support in this posture. The entire backside of the body is supported on the mat. Now let's, on the inhale, let's bring the heels and toes together. Let the toes be neutral towards the ceiling, and then take the arms overhead. Interlock the thumb in either direction. Doesn't matter, we're going to switch. And then inhale, lengthen through the fingertips and through the crown, while you simultaneously press through the heels, lengthening through the legs. So we're really lengthening that. So it's good morning and support, right? Again, base of support, the entire backside of the body. As you press through the heels, you really feel the back of the body. And then exhale. Release the toes to neutral, switch the interlock of the thumb. Inhale, lengthen through the fingertips, and this time press the toes away from the face, lengthening along the top part of the body. So the back side of the body is still supported, but we're now lengthening on the top side of the body. Breathing in. And breathe out, exhale, release. Okay, let's just bring the knees in toward the chest. And reach up and just gently squeeze a little bit at first, just to feel a little bit of opening in the hip flexors here. And keeping the spine on the mat. And let's just do this gently at first. So take your arms out about 60 to 90 degrees, palms down, pressing the forearms so you can have support. And then just gently on the exhale, let the knees fall over to the left. So to keep the knees and feet together, and focus on just going just a little bit, right? We're not trying to drop where the right shoulder comes up off the mat. Inhale back to center. And same thing, gentle hip twist to the other direction. You'll feel that left hip and that left shoulder begin to rise off the mat. That's probably far enough. Let's not overdo it here. We're just finding a little bit of movement here. Waking up. So we're feeling into that base of support. So the spine is the base of support here, the entire backside of the body. So when you start to go too far, that spine begins to lift. And so we want to stay supported. And we're going to do a couple more. Just a gentle little twist here. And on your next inhale, come back to center. Bring the knees into the chest, reach up and squeeze a little bit, maybe rock a little on the lower back to release any tension in the SI joint at the top of the buttocks. And then come back to neutral. And then we're just going to do a little bit of lengthening through the legs. So we're just going to piston the legs. So on the inhale, take one leg out to extend through the length. Bring the other knee toward the chest and then switch. Exhale. Inhale. So you're moving with breath. Switching the leg, and you're bringing the knee in while pushing the opposite heel away. Just a couple. And again, everything is still. The back of the body is the support here. So full spine on the mat here. Movement with breath. One more. Bring the knees back in and squeeze, rock a little side to side. All right, and then let's bring the heels down to the mat. The heels are in alignment with the hips. The knees stay parallel. So slight rotation inward of the thighs so that we can feel that knees staying in parallel. And then press into the feet. Notice when you press into the feet, you may feel the bottom of your buttocks, the pelvic bowl tilt, the bottom of the buttocks might lift a little bit. Feel that feeling. Now, notice a tendency to scrunch in the neck, so let's not do that. Let's keep the crown long as we press into the feet and then begin to gently roll the buttocks off the mat, just the buttocks. So we're just rolling up into the lower back. Lower back is still supported on the mat, just the buttocks are lifted. Pelvic bowl is lifted, and we're finding that length as we press into the feet and press out through the knees. Just go as far as that lower back and just feel into that practice. Now breathe here. That full inhale, that complete exhale, little ujjayi breath. Hearing the breath and the rhythm of the breath, aligning with the rhythm of the breath. Now press into the feet a little. 4, press out of the knees a little more, roll up into the middle back. So base of support is still the shoulders and upper back and the feet. Feeling into that base of support, we now can understand where our effort comes through, right? So we're pressing. Now find your center here. It should be right around your belly button, right around the navel, right around the center of the body. And then breathing here on your next inhale, press into the feet and lift a little higher, maybe rolling up into the upper back or maybe even the shoulders. No weight in the head or neck. Belly button rises. We're engaging through the hamstrings, the gluteus, the lower back muscles. Core is engaged but relaxed. Everything's alignment in neutral here. And then we're going to begin to find our range of motion. So having established our supports here, inhale, lift a little black, shine a little brighter, and then exhale, we're just going to gently lower the hips toward till they're just hovering perhaps. Now your range of motion will be your breath, right? You inhale up, beginning the movement with the breath and ending when the breath stops. Exhale down, again, beginning the movement with the breath, and then when the exhale stops, that's where you are. So maybe it's up, maybe it's down. It's your range of motion. Inhaling up, exhaling down. Couple more here. Find your breath and move with your breath, your rhythm, your pace, your breath, your practice. On your next exhale, come all the way down to the mat. Bring the knees in toward the chest, reach up and squeeze, rock a little side to side, release any tension or tightness that may be down there at the base of the spine, and then take the legs long. Full inhale here, let the toes fall open, the palms fall up, take a rest. Again, feel the entire backside. So again, notice if there's an arch at the lower spine, and then just lengthen through the crown and bring your lower spine in contact with the mat. Supported here, release and breathe. Full inhale. Complete exhale. Inhale here. As you exhale, roll to your belly, either direction, doesn't matter. And we're gonna continue our awareness here. So we're gonna take the arms out in front of us. Now your chin, your nose, your forehead comes to the mat. Finding the length through the fingertips, the toes are pressed away, tops of the feet are pressed into the mat. Just feeling that length, and just extend here. Take an inhale and lengthen through the fingers and the toes. Feel that length along the side body. Just opening again on this, from this perspective now, our supports are the entire front side of our body. So maybe forehead, nose, chest, pelvic bone, thighs. Knees are down at this point, but we're pressing on through the fingers, through the toes. Finding this. Now we're just going to work this sequentially. So on your inhale, lift your right leg. On your exhale, lower it down. On your inhale, lift your left leg. Maybe lifting the calf and thigh. On the exhale, lower down. On the inhale, lift the right arm. On the exhale, lower down. On the inhale, lift the left arm. On the exhale, lower down. Now, if you like, we're going to do this in tandem. So in the inhale, lift the left arm, the right leg. On the exhale, lower down. On the inhale, lift the left leg, right arm. And if you start it the other way, it doesn't matter. So you're lifting the opposite arm and leg on each breath. Moving with your breath. Movement starts when the breath starts. Movement ends when the breath ends. Couple more. Bring your arms and legs down. Take a cleansing breath. Full inhale. Complete exhale. Bring your hands underneath the shoulders, thumbs right at the breast line, inside the wrist, lightly grazing the ribs perhaps. Bring the elbows toward the hips and toward each other behind you. So we're in this sort of hunching the shoulder, not hunching, excuse me. Releasing the shoulders down toward the hips because the elbows are moving down toward the hips. When you feel that your shoulders are relaxed, press into the tops of the feet. Maybe you feel the knees lift. Maybe this is your edge. Maybe you just work from here. Pressing lightly into the fingertip and the heel of the palm. As you inhale, lengthen the crown. Notice that you find elevation as you lengthen. Continue to lengthen through the crown and lift the chest. Continue to lift through the crown, lengthening through the crown, and bring the heart forward. Maybe pressing up on your fingertips for a little more length. Maybe gently just being in the heel of your palm. Finding a little length. This is your cobra. And we're going to, again, move with breath, right? Inhale here to stabilize. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Again, find the range of motion that's appropriate to your breath. Starting with the breath, inhaling up. The breath stops, the movement stops, exhaling down. One more here. Inhale up. Exhale down. Release the hands by the hips, palms up. Turn your ear, temple, and cheek to the mat. Either direction doesn't matter. We're going to go both ways. We're just going to take a breath here. Release the heels so that they fall out. Relax the feet and feel the full body, front body supported. Take a full inhale. A complete exhale. On your inhale, lift your head and then rotate it and bring the other temple, ear, and cheek to the mat. Exhale. Inhale here. Exhale. On your next inhale, bring your head back to neutral. Bring the hands underneath the shoulders. Press up to your knees. And then just bring your hips over your knees so that you're vertical here, 90-degree angle there. Bring your hands back slightly so they're underneath the shoulders, maybe just a little bit ahead of the shoulders. Some of us find we need a little more length here so we can feel the full length of the spine. But essentially everything is in alignment. So your base of support here is tops of the feet, knees, and fingertips and heel of the palm. So there's a little cupping action there, right? Like spidey fingers, right? So we're working in we're pressing into the tips of the fingers and the heel of the palm, getting long through the forearms, pressing into the knees, getting long through the hips, pressing lightly into the tops of the feet for support to keep us stable here, lengthening through the crown and the hips. Feel the full length of the spine and the side body. And we're going to do our cow-cat here. So on the inhale, we'll arch the lower back, dropping the belly. Heart will come forward, crown will come. Now, the tendency here is to bob the neck a little bit. So we want to try to avoid that. The neck stays neutral, crown stays long. Arch is happening in the spine. And then on the exhale, we'll round. We'll drop the hips under. The biceps will frame the head and the spine will round. And then move with your breath. Inhale, arching, lifting. Exhale, rounding. And again, movement and breath, right? So the movement starts when the breath starts. And the movement ends when the breath ends. Your rhythm, your pace. So you may be moving slower or faster than me. That's absolutely all right. It's your practice. Finding your range of motion here. A lot of us are stiff in the back, especially as us old men. You might not have the same fluidity and motion that you might have. That's all right. You're finding your range of motion. Neutral through the core. Everything in alignment. One more here. Exhale. Inhale, back to neutral. And then just gently press the hips back toward the heels. So we're releasing the hips back toward the heels, releasing the lower back, and then your forehead will drop toward the mat. Maybe it won't reach the mat. Maybe it's a great place for you to put your block to support your forehead or your chest in this posture. Support. This is a child's pose or wisdom pose, as we call it. Is there wisdom in this pose? What is released in this pose? Where's there tension in the body? Can you release some of that? Full inhale here. Complete exhale. Full inhalation. Complete exhale. So inhaling back into our table. And we're now going to come into our first downward dog. So curl the toes of the feet. Just find that. Press into the ball of the feet and back through the heels. So you feel that sort of switch in the alignment of the feet. Feeling into that contact So your base of support is going to become your toes. And so you want to feel that ball of that foot trying to connect, that heel pressing back, pressing into the fingertips and lengthening through the forearm, pressing the hips back and up. The knees will come off the mat. Continue to press the hips back and up, lifting the hips. Release the head. The crown of the head will fall toward the mat. The biceps will frame the ears. And then allow the heels to move in toward the bottom of the mat in the direction of downward facing dog. Take a moment here to find yourself here. Again, now, base of support is now 4 points, just the tips of the fingers and heel of the palm, and whatever part of your foot is now in contact. So if you're like me, maybe it's early yet, your heels aren't yet touching the mat. You're pressing into the ball of the foot, the inside and the outside of the ball of the foot. Balancing here, finding your length and strength. Breathing as you release the crown. Make sure there's no tension in the neck, no tension in my head or neck. Maybe just nodding a little bit. Yes, my head is released. Get long out of the arms. Biceps framing the ears, chest and stomach moving toward the thighs, hips moving up and back toward the wall behind you. And your heels are just releasing toward the mat. A full inhale here. Notice the difference in this orientation. We're now in an inversion. So as you inhale, the diaphragm is now moving up. Exhaling. Strong, steady core, relaxed in the neutral core. Hamstrings extending, maybe bend one knee, press back through that opposite heel. Maybe you feel that heel finally make contact, maybe not. Maybe you feel the back of the calf extend. Breathing here, full inhale. As you exhale, switch, bend the other knee, press back through the other heel. Full inhale. Exhale, bend both knees, press back through the hips, and then gently begin to straighten the legs, keeping the crown released. Downward facing dog, full inhalation. Complete exhale. Look up between the hands on the inhale, and then slowly, just gently walk your feet forward to your hands. Bring your feet to your hands, coming into your forward fold. The head will stay released. The crown will stay released. Hands will release. Maybe you have your block here to support. Maybe use your ankles or your shins as support. Finding yourself here, maybe you cross and bring your hands to your opposite elbows, getting that additional supported weight. Finding your balance in your feet. Now your base of support is 2 points now. We're on our feet. So the inside and outside of the ball of the foot, the inside and outside of the heel. Notice the tendency of everything to come forward because you're leaning forward. So press the hips back. Feel the weight balance in the heels. Release the forehead in toward the shins. Maybe you bring your hands behind your legs for support, grabbing the opposite elbow. Find your forward fold, releasing entirely. Maybe you're holding tension in the shoulders and the neck. You can release that. Again, slight nod, side to side, no tension in the neck. Again, maybe a slight nod, ducking of the chin. Yes, my head is released. My neck is released. The hips are high and back. Heels are pressed in. Pick up your toes. Feel your weight balance in the ball of the foot, the heel of the foot. Balancing here. Base of support. Now find your center of gravity and relax into the posture. Full inhale. Complete exhale. Inhale, release the hands. And again, if you want support, bring the hands to the shins and then straighten the elbows to bring the forehead, then the torso, bring the crown long. So the torso comes parallel to the mat, breathing in behind the heart. Full inhale. Exhale, release the hands down, release the head down. Bend the knees. Feel the weight center into the heels and then slowly roll up one vertebra at a time so the head stays bowed. The torso comes upright. As the torso comes upright, the shoulders will naturally roll up and down. The chin will begin to lift parallel. Bring Lengthen through the crown and the side body. As you inhale, take the arms up, straight up, no back bend, straight line lift. Feel the length in the side body. And then exhale, release the hands through prayer. Turn the palms forward. Release the shoulders, lengthen through the fingertips. Think about feeling as if you're moving your hips forward an inch or so. Maybe they don't move, maybe you're just feeling that. Feel as if you're moving the back of your palms towards the bottom of your mat. Maybe they don't move, maybe it's just a feeling. Notice what happens to your alignment as you find that standing alignment. Root into the 4 points of the foot, ball of the foot and the heel of the foot, inside and outside. Breathing here. Mountain pose, standing on our own 2 feet on our mat. All right, we're going to explore a little warrior sequence from this posture, okay? So, finding our base of support. Inhale, take the arms up. Exhale, bring the hands to prayer or to the hips, wherever you feel most supported. And then root into that left foot. Feel the weight begin to lift out of the right foot, and then go ahead and bend the right knee to lift the right heel. If you are comfortable doing so, you can even pick up the ball of the right foot. So now your base of support is that left foot. And then stepping that right foot back onto your mat, drop the right heel down and in. So the toes of the right foot are at an angle off the long side of your mat. Left foot is forward. The hips are slightly open because you step back. So let's rotate those hips back towards the top of your mat so that the hips, ribs, chest, shoulders, and head are facing off the top of your mat. Now, when you do that, the tendency is to get into the ball of the right foot and not be balanced on the 4 points. So make your micro adjustments. So you're rotating that right hip in as you press that right hip back so that you can feel the weight in the outside part of that right foot, the full balance. Now you've got that 4-point contact in both feet. This is your base of support here. Maintaining that base of support as you exhale, bend the left knee, bring it over the ankle or behind, not out in front. So if you've gone too far, maybe you need to adjust your feet a little bit. Protect that knee. Steady and sure here. Again, continue to rotate the hip inward as you press back. Everything is facing off the front. And then we're going to bring our arms up, finding our arm position, whatever is appropriate for us, with our shoulder girdle, with our bodies, our practice here, lengthening out of the waist, out of the side body, out of the crown, out of the fingers. Maybe roll the eyes up, maybe look up and see the thumbs. Warrior 1. Find your range of motion here by bending into that left knee while lengthening through the fingertips, staying balanced in the feet. So we're pressing back and down through the right, breathing here. And let's move through our warrior sequence. Inhale here, exhale, open the shoulders, drop the arms to shoulder height. Align the arms. Look back, see your right arm parallel and in alignment. Look forward, down over that left arm, and then check your shoulders are in alignment with your hips. Warrior 2. Breathe into this. Now maybe you find it in Warrior 2 because you're not extending up so much that you can get a little more into the hip girdle. Breathing here. Full inhale, flip the left palm, exhale, rotate the shoulders, drop the right arm down and behind, the left arm up, look up into the left palm. Peaceful warrior, making your offering to whatever's called you forth. Breathe here, stay balanced. We're experimenting with motion, so everything's stable and steady from the waist down. And we're just moving through these postures. Now we're going to come to humble. So take the left hand, and drop it down behind you, meet the right, interlace the fingers, press the palms away towards the floor. Palms are up. The back of the hands are pressing toward the floor. Heart is opening. Shine a little brighter. Inhale here. Exhale. Hinge forward. Keep the pressing back through that right hip as you hinge from the hips, bringing the torso out over that left thigh. Extending maybe through the arms, maybe not. Maybe just rest your arms on the lower back. Find your humble warrior. Find this balance first. Be parallel first. And then if you're comfortable doing so, go ahead and release that left shoulder inside the left knee. Bring the crown toward the mat. Envision that you're returning to the earth from which you sprang forth. Breathing into this practice. Full inhale. A complete exhale. Inhale here. Exhale. On your next inhale, bring your torso back parallel if it went past. Exhale and stabilize. Inhale, slowly rise back up. Exhale, neutral. Inhale, lift the arms back to warrior two. Exhale, sink into your knee. Inhale, revolve the right arm along the long side of your mat, bringing your torso back toward the top. Come back into your warrior one. Exhale, release the hands to prayer or to the hips. Roll to the ball of your right foot, and then step forward back into your mountain. Release the hands. Woo! Now notice your legs one might feel a little different than the other. Feel into what's happening for you. Be in your breath. Take a breath. Release. Push the hips as if you're bringing the hips forward. Maybe they're not moving at all. Press the back of the palms as if you're moving them back. Maybe they're not moving at all. Find your mountain. Full inhale. Complete exhale. Inhale, take the arms up. Exhale, release the hands to prayer or to the hips. And find yourself on the right side of your, rooting into that right foot. And then noticing as you root into the right foot, tendency to come out of that left foot, so lift the left heel. Maybe even lift the left foot entirely. Maybe pick up the foot. And exhale, step the left foot back on your mat. Now the left toes are off the mat at an angle on that wide side. Everything else is facing forward. And again, notice the tendencies to open up. So let's keep, and then make our micro adjustments so that we're pressing into that left foot equally as the right. Balance. So we have our base of support established. Equal balance in each foot. Begin to bend into that right knee. Make your micro adjustments. Notice the tendency to lean into that, lifting off that left foot. So, and if we have to make micro adjustments in the feet, we do that. Inhale here, bring the arms up. Warrior one. Lengthening, neutral, shoulders over the hips. So we tend to get moved a little bit, aligning, lengthening, breathing. Inhale here. Exhale, open the warrior two. Again, look back, check your arm alignment, and then look down over that right arm. Notice the tendency to lean in. So imagine your best friend is behind you, pulling on your left middle finger, gently keeping you upright. Breathe here. Check your base of support, equally balanced in the feet, flip the palm. Exhale, rotate the torso, left arm low, right arm high, look up into that right palm. Make your offering on this side. Full inhale. Complete exhale. Inhale here. Exhale, come back. Oh, no, bring the right hand down behind you and meet the left. Now, interlace the fingers the opposite way, that awkward way. Inhale, open the chest, shine the heart, press the back of the palms toward the floor. Exhale, hinge from the hips. Keep pressing back to that left hip, staying balanced in the feet. as you lengthen over that right thigh. Maybe lifting the arms, maybe resting the arms on the back. Your call, your practice. Inhale here. And then if you're stable and feel comfortable doing so, release further, bringing the head crown toward the mat, right shoulder inside the right knee. Maybe the arms go high, maybe they rest. Breathing into your humble warrior. Full inhale. Complete exhale. Inhale here. Exhale. On your inhale, if you're down low, come back to that neutral, parallel spine. Exhale, lengthen. Inhale, lift the torso. Exhale, sink in, release the hands. Inhale, back to warrior two. Exhale, find your warrior two. Inhale, rotate the left arm, torso forward, come back into warrior one. Exhale, release the hands. Prayer or to the hips. Roll to the ball of the left foot, and then step the left foot forward to join the right. Release the hands, extend the fingers, hips forward, palms back. Full inhalation. Complete exhale. Inhale, take the arms up. Exhale, hinge and fold. Inhale to a flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, root to rise, gathering as you go. Exhale, release the hands. Take a breath here, stabilize, check your intention, check your gratitude. On your next inhale, take the arms up. On your exhale, hinge from the hips and fold. Inhale to a flat back. Exhale, fold. Place the hands beside the feet. Step the left foot back to a lunge. Drop the right knee to the top of the right foot. I think I said left, but I meant right. Don't matter. Whichever leg you step back, you'll know. Do the next one next time. Inhale, bring the arms up. Lengthen through the fingers. Exhale, press into the heel and the top of that foot. Find your lunge. Inhale here. Exhale, bring the hands to prayer. Place, so imagine your left foot is forward. You're going to place your right foot inside the left foot. Rotate the torso to the left. Take the left arm high. Simple twist. Just getting a little movement here. Full inhale. Exhale, left hand down. Frame the foot. Curl the toes. Step that foot forward into forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, root and rise. Exhale, release the hands. Take a breath. Inhale. Exhale. Other side. Inhale, the arms up. Exhale, hinge and fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Hands beside the feet. Left foot back into a lunge. Left knee, top of left foot down. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, sink. Inhale, get long. Exhale, bring the hands down. Place the left foot inside the right, left hand inside the right foot. Rotate the torso. Take the right arm high. Simple twist. Full inhale. Complete exhale. Inhale here. Exhale, bring the hand down. Frame the foot. Curl the toes. Step forward into forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, root and rise, gathering as you go. Exhale, release the hands, mountain. Take a breath. Side out. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, hinge and fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold, hands beside the feet. Right foot back to lunge. Left foot back to join it. Inhale to a plank. Exhale, knees, chest, chin, or reverse push-up, lower down. Come all the way to the mat. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, release, press back, downward facing dog. Full inhale here. Complete exhale. Inhale, look up between the hands. Exhale, left foot forward, right foot joins it, forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, root to rise. Exhale, release the hands. Take a breath. Full inhale. Complete exhale. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, hinge and fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Hands beside the feet, left foot back, right foot joins it. Inhale, plank. Exhale, lower, your choice. Inhale, rise up, your choice. Exhale, press back, downward dog. A full inhale. A complete exhale. Inhale, look up between the hands. Exhale, right foot forward, left foot joins it, forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, root and rise. Exhale, release the hands. Take a breath. Full inhale. Complete exhale. One more time. Inhalation, sun salutation A, greet the sun. Exhale, hinge and fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold, hands beside the seat. Walk, step, or float back. Inhale, plank. Exhale, lower. Inhale, rise. Exhale, press back, downward dog. Take a breath in down dog. Stabilize here. Full inhale. Complete exhale. Inhale, look up between the hands. Exhale, walk, step, or float forward into your forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, root and rise. Exhale, release the hands. Take a breath in mountain. Full inhale. Complete exhale. Let's come down into the mat. Inhale, the arms up. Exhale, hinge and fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold, hands beside the feet. Walk, step, or float back and lower to the mat. Inhale here. Exhale, roll to your back, either direction. Preparing for our guided rest. Take the legs long. Release the arms by the hips. Let the toes fall open. Take the heels as wide as is comfortable for you on your mat. Palms up, lengthen through the crown. And then again, check your lower back. You may have a slight arch there. If you're like me, you want to lengthen the crown and then pull down on your side body so you bring that lower spine against the mat. And then taking a moment to provide yourself with any additional supports that you may want in this posture. Maybe you have an eye shade or a blanket or shawl. Maybe you have a bolster. Just anything that might provide you maybe even 1% more support. Take a moment to find that and bring that to bear. And then establish yourself in a fully supported. Get back to where we started the class today. Feel the entire backside of your body being supported. What is it like to be supported in this moment? And then release and let go. Allow yourself to be done, be done. Let go, be done. This is your gift to yourself. Give yourself this moment of rest. Give yourself this moment. Nothing to do. Just allow yourself to be just as you are in this moment and feel into what that is like. What is it like to be supported and to be yourself in the moment, right here, right now? Release any shaping of the practice, of the breath, of the mind. Release any analysis, any thoughts about what needs to happen next. Any rehashing of what just happened. Just allow yourself to be here. resting. Moving into stillness. See if you can find stillness. Stillness of the body, stillness of the mind. Maybe even the breath quiets down a little bit. Or just being silent. If you're like me and you find it difficult to just be still and silent, your mind just needs something to do. Just ask your mind to track your body. Just looking for any area that might be a little tight, maybe in the back of the neck, maybe in the shoulder girdle, maybe in the side body, maybe in the abdomen, maybe in the hips, sacral area. Maybe the hamstrings or the quads or thighs are tight. Maybe your calves are sore. Maybe your ankles. Maybe the hands or the feet. Just ask your mind to check for areas of tightness, constriction, contraction. And if you find you have some areas like that, see if you can direct the breath to those areas. Just breathe to that spot. And if you find that the breath doesn't quite get to those areas, then perhaps try softening around whatever's tight. Maybe you notice that as you soften, you find support. And as you rest in your space, I'll invite you once again to bring your awareness to your heart space and to allow to arise in your heart space gratitude, sense of gratitude, maybe something you're grateful for, maybe just the possibility of gratitude. Just see what comes forth for you when gratitude is asked for, called for. And as you rest in gratitude in your space, I'll take this opportunity to extend my sense of gratitude to you from my space. Thank you so much for coming and sharing your practice. I'm honored to be here, truly. And as always, I invite and encourage you to stay here in grateful rest for as long as you like. And when you do rise, please take your gratitude and the echoes of your practice with you as you go through the remainder of your day, lifting yourself and all that you come into contact with. Have an amazing day.